Welcome to another exciting episode of the Million Dollar Peddlers. I'm Paper Guy. Today we're going to talk about AI, artificial intelligence. How is that going to change the landscape of reselling? Let me preface this by saying I don't know. And let me preface this by saying I am not a visionary. By no means am I a visionary. And I'm going to give you a perfect example. I remember a number of years ago, people were talking about wireless and how great that was going to be. And I was thinking small, and I was thinking, well, I've got a laptop for work. I've got it plugged in. I've got my computer. It's plugged in. What's the big deal about wireless? It's not that hard to plug things in. Totally missing cell phones. That's on me. I completely did not see that. I've seen the error of my ways, and I think it's a lot easier having a cell phone in my pocket than having the cell phone in my pocket with a long plug going into walls and us all walking around, malls, tripping over each other's cords. That wouldn't work very well. So let me preface it by saying that. That being said, currently AI is being used potentially on eBay if you choose to use it to help you list it. I've tried it a couple of different times, and at this moment, it seems, and again, I've not experimented a lot with it, but it seems at this moment, almost like back when you were in school and you were told you had to write a 500-word essay on something and you could think of about 5 sentences. So you started throwing in every adjective and every adverb you possibly could and throwing in sentences like, this is a really great example of that sort of thing that, and you just start throwing words in and you're literally counting words. That at this moment, at least on the things that I've experimented with, it seems to be what AI is. It's almost writing like a 4th grader with an essay, not really adding much value to anything. That being said, obviously, over time, it's going to improve as it learns more and more and more and gets better and better suited to the reselling market. It will learn more and more and more. That being said, where I see the big change potentially, and this is just my thoughts, is on the buying side. Can you imagine wearing some kind of a pair of glasses that's got the little camera in it, which they do have out there, having hooked into a program, and as you scan around, as you walk around the flea market, you've got the glasses looking at items and doing a quick search on them for value online, the images online, etc., and it popping up there, $65. This book is $65. This toy is $25. And as you're walking through, you look down at something, a price tag $65 shows up in your glasses. You look down and you see they're asking $5. All right, I'm going to buy it. It would almost be like book scanning on steroids. In fact, you probably could set it up there with the scanner in there as well. So instead of pointing the phone at everything, you literally just pick the book up, look at the UPC, and a price would come up and show up on there as well. So you'd be able to see what you should and should not buy. And that's just one little area that I see, that being the potential. You walk around and you see some painting out somewhere or other, and the AI does a quick scan through and says, hey, this looks like it's work by Peter Max, or this looks like it's work by so-and-so. You've suddenly got a tremendous potential advantage over everybody else if the person selling it doesn't know that, doesn't put it out. What does this potentially mean? It means that your purchasing is definitely going to change. Now, if you're somebody or other, the first person to the sale, and you've got that kind of technology, you're going to clean up. How many of us want to wait in line and sit there and do that? Even think about this. You go on to estatesales.net, and you take a look at all of the wearing these glasses or whatever way it works out. You take a look at all of the items there, and you don't even have to look anything up. You just look at them, and the prices come up. And now you look and you say, okay, I know that's an $80 item. I know that's a $60 item. You go to the estate sales, stand in line. You go in, you find the five items that you've identified from the pictures as being the best, and you're in there and out of there. What this potentially means, again, it's going to change the purchasing. You're going to need to find different ways to purchase. Now, not everybody knows or not everybody cares. So you're going to find the little old lady whose husband collected model railroad stuff and she's got a whole room of it and she wants it gone. And she's not going to go out get those glasses, hook it up to the internet, walk around and go, this is $80, this is $40. She doesn't care. She has a room that brings back memories of her husband, and she doesn't want that room to stay there like that. She realizes she needs to move on, and she wants the whole room gone for $1,000. And she doesn't care if it's worth $5,000 or $10,000. She needs the room gone. Those kind of buys will still be out there. It's just a question of how you're going to be able to get into those kind of buys. But any of the public areas, be it an estate sale, be it at a flea market, be it the thrift stores, I think those are going to change tremendously. We've already had that in our lifetime. We've had situations where any of the book sales, because of the book scanners, those have completely changed. Now when I go to those, if I'm selling on Whatnot, it's a different story because that's a different kind of market. But if I'm going to be selling on Amazon or eBay, I don't generally even look at books with the ISBNs because I know somebody's already scanned them. So I've changed the way that I do things. I look in different areas and all of that. It's going to be able to grade things for you as well. You put in there the definition of the grade, be it sports cards, be it comic books, be it records, and you can just take a look at it, and it will quickly scan through it and give you a grade. And it'll pop up there to be, oh, this is a fine condition. Now, that doesn't mean that it's going to be perfect by any means, but it at least gives you a ballpark idea on it. That's going to be revolutionary as well. And as a matter of fact, already one grading company is using computers and AI and all that sort of thing in order to grade cards. I believe they're doing right now. Could I be way off? Certainly. I may be completely off, and we sit there and we look at this video in 5 years and we laugh and you go, how could you possibly have missed this? Or how could you have thought that hasn't even come around? Remember the wrist radios from Dick Tracy were 1940s, and it took about 80 years for them to come around. So sometimes things take a little bit slower as well. But sit back, watch the developments in AI, and watch how it's going to go. And I think a lot of people are looking at how it's going to be on the listing side. I'm looking at how it's going to be on the buying side. Am I going to change anything? Probably not. I'm not a first adapter, and I'm not in need of inventory, and I do have enough trust in my skills from all these years of doing it that I'm not overly worried, because I am down into niches as well. And let me quickly explain what I mean by that. Most people have their niches. They have what they're comfortable with. These flea market glasses do exist. Let's just say that. And I happen to be one of the first people to have them. And I walk around the flea market and I'm using it to look, and it's telling me that this vase is a $25 vase. I'm walking by. I don't care if the guy's got it marked at $1. I'm not buying a $25 vase and worrying about packing it and worrying about shipping it out and worrying that I don't know, which I guess AI can help me identify it and all that. So on that listing side of things, that'll be a lot easier. But I don't want to deal with all the trouble to make $24 less fees on a vase. Now, obviously I'm walking around and I look at the vase and the AI tells me it's a $3,000 vase. Different story. I'll buy that. Similarly, the vase person walking around with the AI, and he takes a look at a magazine and it says it's a $20 magazine. He's probably not going to pay $1 for that because he doesn't care about magazines. He doesn't want to learn about them. Similarly, if it said it was a $2,500 magazine, well then, again, all bets are off. He's obviously going to buy it. But as long as you're within your niches, I think you'll be fine. And, obviously you're using these glasses for postcards. Well, you've got a gigantic box with 1,000 postcards. It's going to take you a little while to go through them. How many people are going to want to sit down and go through all of those postcards? Probably not everybody. It's not for everybody. Doesn't mean that there won't be people who do it, but not everybody will. I think in a situation like that, the old-time postcard dealer buys out some collector, shows up at the show. 2 or 3 people are going to be sitting down at his table going through using these glasses to sit there and find all the best postcards that just got out there, because the old-time dealer won't be using it and the collector that he bought it from won't be using it. So there will still be great opportunities out there for you, and there's nothing wrong with adopting it if it does indeed work out that way. So do comment down below. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you think I'm totally bonkers in this over here. And let me know what you've seen as being the potential for AI. Because again, it's a great unknown. We do not know where it's going to end up at this point. I should probably ask AI. It might tell me. It did tell me you should hit the like button, though, and we will see you next video.